going on, y'all? We about to go into the mind of 16OS. That's me.
Alright. So when did you start taking rap serious?
I basically I started rapping when I was 15, and I definitely took it seriously then. But next, like, I want to say I was like probably, it was like my junior year of college. I had like been making projects and tapes and stuff along the way, and at that time I sold like 500 copies on my like college campus. And at that point, it was other people that was rapping, and it was, I've been doing stuff up to that point, but that kind of showed me, okay, I know I had a passion for it, like it was a calling, but we could really do something with this. Like, this is, I can justify it from like an industrial standpoint. So yeah, that's when by the time I graduated, I just kind of hit the ground running, trying to keep going.
And when you started, like, who were some of your influences?
Influences, man, to be real, I like bars, I like melody, and I like clever songwriting. So pretty much anything along those lines, I can like draw inspiration from. As far as like rap purely, I was like a big Ludacris fan early on. Obviously like Andre 3000, pretty much all the greats from Atlanta. But then artists started to come along with melody. So you had the Kanye's, you had the Cuddies, and then Drake and Cole, pretty big influences. And but yeah, man, like I said, just in general, any artist that can really manipulate melody and like a slick turn of phrase, I usually can draw inspiration from.
Cool. And so I guess when surrounding yourself with your influences, how does that like cultivate with your sound? How would you describe your sound with so many different influences?
Definitely like melody driven and lyrically driven. But as far as what influences my sound and my approach to music, that's just more like as cliche as it may sound. As cliche as it may sound, just life experiences, relatability. That's something else too. Like something that I'm kind of a sucker for. But by the time I approach sort of crafting my own sonic experience, I'm trying to be melodic. I'm trying to be lyrically memorable, and I basically take everyday experiences and just make them anthemic. Make it something that could, like, a person could really turn into the soundtrack of their day.
Cool. And so I've noticed on like songs like Too Fast and Right Back, you take like a personal approach in your topics. Mm-hmm. So you say you're going towards that now, but for like this upcoming project and things like that, is that something that you're doing by design?
The personal stuff, the
yeah. So
like, say it again. I'm sorry.
So like the personal like approaching your topics and like the seriousness of your topics that you choose to rap about, is that something that you're picking to do like on purpose for this specific project, or do you want to like mix in some fun songs or just things that aren't as personal as like Too Fast or Right Back?
Nah, it's definitely, because I would say even like take Right Back, for example, even though it's personal, I still think it's anthemic. I still think like people can take that and apply it to their own personal experiences. So that's really like, as far as my music has evolved, it's come from just living through things and then getting more and more comfortable in my own skin as an artist. And then, eventually it once I started, not just like in terms of the content, but my vocal delivery on a record, I just been getting more and more comfortable with that and being able to express that in a way that's my own. So yeah, I would definitely say like life probably, is gonna be the root of the content, just in general, like for my next couple of records. Bridging that connection between a personal experience and then, how can everybody take something away from this?
Mm-hmm. So with Right Back, it's a relationship focused song. So you're talking about life experiences. Do you feel like society at large, particularly as related to the Right Back song, do you feel like society at large, like, is there like a relationship issue with society?
I don't think I'm necessarily in the position to speak on, relationships in society. I really only can speak for myself. Mm-hmm. But with that said, I do think I notice like patterns in a lot of things. Yeah. And most of the time when I make records like Right Back or some of these newer songs I have, people often are like, man, I've been through just that. I know exactly what you mean. It's like it's like almost like therapy for people because they're hearing, you know. Well, I guess what it really teaches me, I think just everybody's going through something. Like whether it's in a relationship or whether it's in life, whether it's mentally, you know, whatever. I think we all are kind of dealing with our own traumas, and every day is just how good are we. It's a display of how good we are in managing that trauma, you know. So that's where I explore things musically. I would say that, you know, if what I talk about is a symptom of society, then it's just that, it's a symptom. It's not, you know. I don't go looking and say, oh, how can I fix people's relationship problems? You know?
Yeah.
I just talk about the bullshit I be going through, and hopefully people find it relatable. You know.
And so, what was the process with creating like Right Back? Like, did you just wake up that day and you heard the beat and you knew, or?
Nah. Actually, originally I had picked the sample, like the record that we sampled for that song. And I went to a good friend of mine who's a producer, Bobby Keys. He's part of the Loopholes. They got like a lot of crazy shit going on right now, a lot of different placements and shit. But I just went to him. I've been kind of that whole time frame. This is like a year ago. This is like last summer, really, 2018. But that whole time we was working out of some of the studios. So I would just go every day, like come in with a new sample idea, and we try to put some fly shit together. And when I heard that record, I was like, I need this. I got to take this for myself. So I started riding around to it. I came up with my verse. My verse is, I reached out to this really dope writer named AC, Ashton Combs. He's going crazy right now too with the placements. He heard the record. You know, I got him in. We had been trying to just work in general. And we came up with that chorus, and I already knew when I first had the beat that I was gonna make it a collab with Natalie, the singer who's featured on it, Natalie Orfilia. She's with Madar and Epic Records, and and so as soon as we knew we had that hook down, I went and threw her on it, and that was pretty much it. You know, it was an easy, you know, formula when you realize all the parts that was involved in coming together.
So is that like typical? Like you'll hear a beat or a sample or something that you like, and you'll ride around to it first, and then you'll kind of like pick how you want to approach it.
Yeah, definitely. I being a rapper, especially like an independent rapper, and you don't have the external thing that, you know, takes you somewhere crazy immediately. Mm-hmm. You got a journey to go. So along my journey, I just tend to like kind of get in where I can fit in, and I have a lot of time to think about different ideas that I want to pursue. And then luckily I'm around the other dope creatives who are also making forward progression. So I just say, man, all right, you know, I have a very I take like an executive producer approach to most of my records. Usually if you hear it when it's in its final form, mm-hmm. it's because like I saw it months ahead of time, like this is how I wanted to end up. And then basically during that time I let the idea formulate more, reach out to the people who I'm thinking would work best to put all this stuff together, and then, you know, try to make it happen. Sometimes it doesn't work, and then sometimes you get right back, you know.
Tough. So I've noticed on your social media page you have like the 16isms, mm-hmm. where you talk about how you feel in just like a particular moment. Do any of those ever lead to like song ideas or anything like that?
Yeah, it all comes from the same place. Like the origin of that thought is the same, has the same genesis as how I approach making songs. I usually think of something that most people could probably, relate to. Mm-hmm. And then, I think like lately, like you asked me earlier, who influences me more so than just other artists. I think I have like the spirit, or especially in my music, it's like the spirit of a comedian. Except whereas a comedian goes and they'll view the absurdity of life or these relatable moments in life and try to make them humorous, I'll take it and say, how can I make it anthemic? How can I make it sonically and aesthetically pleasing, right? And then I, go from there. So a lot of that same thought is usually where the verse comes from. I may say, all right, man, I've been tripping, I've been feeling however today. I realized wasn't that deep. I just needed X, Y, and Z. And I try to, if you hear a song like Right Back, it's like, man, I was tripping over this girl's attention. Man, if you was mine, you come right back. I ain't tripping. It's that same spirit. You know what I'm saying? So once I started doing those, I thought it was something that's kind of funny. You know, that people might fuck with, and kind of stuck a little bit. You know.
So what else can we expect from you coming soon? I know A3C is coming up as well.
For sure. So, well, right now, I will be at A3C. But the main thing I'm pushing, I'm having my album listening party on November 23rd. Saturday, November 23rd. It's going to be on Peter Street at the Cigar Bar. So that's like I've been working a lot the last, year or two, putting all of this together and going through rough cut after rough cut, rough draft, different draft, scrap, start over, So this is pretty much the culmination of that.
So is the whole project done now, or are you still putting together those last pieces?
A couple of little last pieces, like all my parts are done. I got a couple features. I done sent a few records off for different features. I'm waiting to get back, but yeah, for the most part, man, it's pretty much ready to go. Like 9 tracks. I probably got like to tweak something on like 2 of them, but yeah, man. All in all, I think it's ready. I'm excited to hear people's thoughts.
Dude, we're excited to hear it.
Nah, I appreciate it.
You have any last words? Anybody you want to shout out?
Oh man, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for having me on, man. Getting into my mind and shit. I don't get to talk too much other than through the music. So love this opportunity. And then yeah, man. Just shout out to everybody I fuck with, man. Let's keep grinding, man. Let's keep rising. Seem like now is that time. Everything's like building up. Just an energy that's happening right now. So I can't wait to see what's about to happen.
Awesome.
Wasn't you, it was the drugs. Yeah, it's a dub, but at least I can admit that. Funny how